Welcome to this week's edition of BRC TV as we round out the carnival and head to Caloundra on Saturday. We catch up with some of Eagle Farm's leading trainers and talk through their chances for Saturday's program. But first, last Sunday Eagle Farm played host to You Lonesome Tonight, where country music met the opera.
The sunshine sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when the love light shines all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside.
Brisbane Racing Club Chair Neville Bell and CEO Tony Partridge, thank you for inviting us into your home and for making us feel so welcome.
Just let your love go, like a mountain stream, and let your love grow. With the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you know what I mean, it's the season, yeah, it's the season. Let your love fly, like a bird on the wing, and let your love find you. Do all the things and let your love shine. And you know what I mean, that's the reason. Let your love fly, like a bird on the wings, and let your love find you. To all living things, and let your love shine. And you know what I mean, that's the reason.
The Sunshine Coast Turf Club hosts a number of feature races on Saturday. We spoke to three of Eagle Farm's leading trainers and talked through their chances, including Rob Heathcote, who's not only got Emerald Kingdom in the glasshouse, but also popular filly Dusty Tycoon, who makes her return on Saturday. Rob Heathcote, you've got a good team heading up there to Caloundra on Saturday. Let's start with Emerald Kingdom. He runs in the glasshouse. Really good run in the Stradbroke.
It was, Nathan. I think pre-race, if you'd said to me you're going to get beat 1.8 lengths, I would have taken it. He's run 8th, but as I said, only beaten a narrow margin. I think Robbie feels that Tefane and Vega 1 sort of came in and intimidated him a bit. He felt he dropped the bit and might have cost him half a length, may have cost him 4th or 5th.
He won the summer equivalent of this race. He'd get a little bit more weight this week.
He will, and that's probably going to be the toughest thing because it looks like we're going to have a wet track on Saturday. I think top weight 61, and I think he's got 3 points from Nicanova, so 59 and a half. So certainly going to be a challenge, but that day he won that Summer Cup up there. He made 2 or 3 runs that day. It was a really strong, gutsy run. He's in as good a form as we've ever had him, and he's a winner on the track, so he'll certainly be competitive.
East Asia's also nominated for the Glasshouse, but you've also got her in a benchmark race.
Look, the owner's keen to look at the Glasshouse, but common sense should prevail. Benchmark 74. It's a benchmark 75 race. It's worth, it's a $75,000 race. She's going to get in with 2 kilos off for being a mare. Luke Dittman riding in super form, knows her well. Thrilling win last start, admittedly in midweek grade, but she really savaged the line, so she'll run a big race, and she handles the wet track.
One of the most popular horses in the stable is Dusty Tycoon, with a big contingent of owners, and she's set to resume there on Saturday. Yeah,
it's very exciting for the 700 odd owners for this wonderful concept from my runners. Look, it's quite a miracle just to get her back to the races because she has had a throat procedure done. She's had surgery twice, and she's had what's called a retinoidectomy. Bit of a mouthful, but it's quite extraordinary that she's come back. But her lead-up trials have been super. There's a certain air of apprehension, the unknown factor going to a race after a horse has had such a procedure, but her lead-up work's been super.
We've known her so far as an on-speed horse, but in the most recent jump out, you rode her off-speed and she really found the line?
She drew wide, and Robbie Fradd elected to ride her quiet because we thought we might be able to learn something. Well, she savaged the line.
And Warp Speed's a horse that's been in good form as well.
Liked him from day one since he came to us from Hawks. Has always had a lot of ability. I think mental maturity was his biggest undoing. Remember that day here at Eagle Farm when he led by 6 or 7 and he was a short price favourite because he's learning to race. And then last start with the big weight, he sat outside the leader and was still strong to the line. 1600, he won second up 1600. He may be looking for the 2000 now. Bear in mind he's out of Prize Gem, who won a New Zealand Cup. So he's got a bit of pedigree, a bit of stoutness on his side as well. But his work this morning, Tuesday morning, was super.
We're at the end of the carnival now. You came in, probably didn't look that strong a team on paper, but you must look back and think, "Dude, we've had a reasonable carnival."
We have. We've had a good carnival. Look, I've had the last 12 months has been a bit of a rebuild for my stable. We've got a lot of young, nice horses coming through, and as you rightly allude to, Prince of Boom, he was fantastic winning the Champagne. We never had a lot of luck in the sires, but he's coming back into work this week actually, so we'll get him ready for another crack at that Golden Rose that I unfortunately didn't win last year.
Chris Anderson, we head to Caloundra on Saturday, the Glass House, and that's where you've got Profit heading for his third run this preparation.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing him go around 3 weeks between runs. He was super first up. He came from a spot where we didn't think he could win. Obviously, got a long way back, but really rattled home. And last start, he probably got in, quite poorly at the weights. Didn't expect the Wayne Wilson to stack up as strong as what it did, and he drops weight significantly and back to the 1400. So he's just a horse that needs good, genuine speed on up front. He didn't get that last start. It turned into a sit and sprint. Didn't suit him at all. So I believe a forgive there, and hopefully he can bounce back Saturday.
He's run some of his best races at Caloundra.
Yeah, loves it. Eagle Farm, the Sunshine Coast, that's what he's looking for. He'll just drop out the back and get to the outside. And as I say, if he gets enough tempo up front, hopefully he can be rattling home late.
Tony Gollan, we've got Snitch trying to do the eyeliner Glasshouse double. How's he come through the Ipswich run?
Yeah, really well. It was good. He's a horse that gets better into his preparation. You see that first up to second up like you saw at Ipswich. And I believe he's improved again heading towards the Sunshine Coast. So he's in great shape.
The handicapper will get a better grip on him this time?
Yeah, be able to do a little bit to him, but with some highly rated horses in the race, Nick and Over and Emerald Kingdom, it's sort of going to help a horse like Snitch. He shouldn't be too harshly penalised.
Wet track, where do you sit with if it happens to be wet with him?
Oh, I think he's okay, as long as it's not too wet. I wouldn't want to bog, but he's a lead to Vega. I think soft ground's fine for him. Okay.
You've got 2 girls going to the Winx Guineas, the Actuary first up?
Yeah, well, these are 2 fillies I'm not going to be concerned about on wet ground. They'll both love it. Actuary's going great. Coming out, obviously, an easier race in the midweeks, but she's up to a right trip now and could arguably get further. So I'm very pleased with her in a tough race.
And also Glitter Strip, a winner over the carnival here in Brisbane.
Yeah, she was great. That's the back of Doom, and she had a toe into the ground that day, and she was very, very good off a good draw. She had 2 runs in at Eagle Farm. I think both runs are being good, but she's come to a barrier there. I'd love a low draw at the Sunshine Coast. I think the surface and the mile will really suit her.
Another one goes to just one of the restricted races, Peroni. Do you think the barrier possibly cost her winning at Ipswich?
Yeah, and she just begun so well and just sort of got herself in front of the other horse. But full credit to it. We did give it 5. It did give us 5 kilos, so we were entitled to win. I think she had a bit of a layoff. She'd been to a sale, that sort of stuff. So she raced well. She's a filly that will want good ground. If the track is too rain affected up there, she won't run. Okay.
And Just Dawn, would he be in a similar boat?
Yeah, no, he can probably handle up to a 7 now, 6 or a 7. So he'll go, and he just loves the Sunshine Coast. It's his favourite track and trip. I thought his work here this morning was terrific. He's a good order. The old boy, he's been around forever, but he loves Sunny Coast. So he's certainly one of the better chances on the day.
Flying solo this week, big X-Man. He's had to go to an appointment with his dietitian, have some skin fold tests. So we'll see how we go solo with the Sunshine Coast meeting. Look, it's going to be rain affected, we know that, but I think there's some value there. In the Glasshouse race 8, I like number 2, Emerald Kingdom. He's a winner track and distance back in January. He's got good soft form, untried on heavy ground, so hopefully we don't get too much more rain. But I think he'll lead here. 2 starts back, he won the BRC sprint from the front, and he beat Tafane and Axe. Tafane won the Stradbroke and the Tats Tiara. Can't get better form than that. In race 6, I think our Playboy, the Winx Guineas, his record says everything about him. He's had 9 starts on a good track, no placings, but wet, soft and heavy, outstanding. I have a little niggle about him at 1600 metres, but I thought his run in the Cooney at Ipswich was very good. He was never on the track and he worked hard all the way. He's beaten just over a length. Quite a few of these runners also ran in the Cooney. I think he might beat those if he can handle the 1600 metres. And in race 3, Miss Hipstar, number 1. She ran in the size 1400 metres, way beyond her. She's had 5 weeks to freshen up, now 1000 metres. She's got some rain-affected form. I think at this trip she's the one to beat. She's 480. I think that's really good value. Hope you can find a winner at the Sunshine Coast.